Hello. So, here we go. So, I don't really know how to get started, so I'm just going to go down the list. Hopefully you understand what's going on. I'm going to put this at the end of my, of the new playlist I made. And this is everything I have. These are all the laws I have. Okay. So, let's start with the religion. I don't really... I'm a little confused on the religion. Why am I confused? Because the prophets of old, specifically Muhammad, it seems to me worshipped I. Worshipped the I. So, is my religion also worshipping the I? I don't know. I feel like the love, this thing, that should be the religion. But from what I gather from Muhammad, and remember, I haven't read much of Muhammad. So, I don't know. This is only what I like. I didn't come out of heaven with, like, knowledge of everything, guys. I don't know everything. Don't even know much. Been around for 25 years. So, love is the word, my word. I like it. I like it a lot. But let's just go with what I wrote. It's fine for now, I think. So, my religion, the premise of my religion is I is being. You can put anything you want there. You can judge that sign to be anything you want. I judge it to be censored. I judge it to be a Sharpie darkness. I judge it to be classified. But you can put anything you want there. You know why you can put anything you want there? Other than you're free to do whatever you want as a judge on your maturity level. I'm not on your maturity level. I don't know what you're thinking. You are the judge. This is my judgment. Why can you judge this one so well? For your maturity level. Why is it such a interesting thing to judge that sign in particular? It's interesting to judge that sign in particular because what do you think about when you think about censored things? They're influential words. Like in a government mandate or whatever. A government classified document. A government document with a classified something like that, where the word is sharpied out, that has words under there. There is stuff behind the censoredness. So, you can do whatever you want. You can have any judgment on that sign. It's probably, like, legitimate. It's probably legitimate. We just don't really know. As we all talk about influence all the time. We talk about influence all the time, but we don't really know. But we can talk about it. It's just censored. But we have words for it, so every word that we have for it must have some kind of value. So whatever you judge that sign to be is good for your maturity level. Okay, here we go. So what is my ism? I call it merism. I've always called it mirrorism. I don't know why. I lost all my notes. We are something which is no thing approaching everywhere which is nowhere. So my ism is all about approaching. What is it? It's this something which is no thing approaching everywhere which is nowhere. Don't know how to explain it. It's metaphysics. It's hard to put into words. I don't know what I'm talking about. So that's a sign of the Trinity. Like, you can look at that sign. People have judged this sign before. I judge it to be a mirror. But you can judge it to be whatever you want. Because it's a sign. What should be happening when I say we are something which is no thing approaching everywhere which is nowhere is you should be thinking something. It's not even that you should. You are. Just like when I say you know the right thing to do. And this is like the Jedi thing. It's like the Jedi and Yoda saying focus or whatever. Or hold or whatever. It's kind of just like that. But don't worry, I'm not Yoda or anything like that. I don't care if you hold on to it. As long as you felt it, and you did feel it, you couldn't even not feel it. You pulled some kind of awareness from me saying that. From you reading that. You pulled some kind of awareness, and then you judged that sign. Mirrorism. We are something which is no thing approaching everywhere which is nowhere. You judged that. I judge this. Okay, what's next? My goal. I don't know. Something else should probably go here. Something else. The goal should probably be a judgment. Or I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe that's my doctrine. No, mirrorism is my doctrine. Maybe that's something. I don't know. But anyway, I begin at thee. I conclude that I begin at... No. I begin at thee. I conclude... I begin at thee. I conclude. What do you conclude? My judgment on I conclude Jesus Christ. I conclude Target. I conclude the Sorcerer's Stone. Whatever level of maturity at, you're going to have a different answer. I know some of you will judge that symbol to be the target. Probably referencing another human. It's absolutely fine. It's very healthy at some level of maturity. It's not healthy at my level of maturity. When I do that, when I judge it to be a target, the other person to be a target, I'm beyond that. That's me moving backwards. I can't move backwards. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. So we've gone over the love one. I'm going to show you it again just because it's so amazing that I came up with this. Sorry about all the scribbles and the arrows. But it's a hard one to keep track of. There's a lot of words, and I'm tired. But this is probably the most powerful thing. This is probably really, really powerful. And really healthy. So here's the new one. I'm just going to read it to you as I hold the sign here. If I can. This is the sign you are all about to judge. That's the sign. Just remember that sign as I read it. Write it down, snip it out or something. The singularity of heaven's method is aware of the Trinity at all levels. The quantum of ourselves is mirrored in the positive signal. The flow of the style of complexity over a beautiful landscape will commit negatory. I like the mirror so much. I conclude... What do you conclude? So, the adjectives that describe, that go before that sign, are singularity and quantum. I judge that sign to be ethos, I judge it to be character, I judge it to be the interactant, I judge it to be the interface. So how many symbols do I have laws for? 4. I have 4 signs. 4 symbols in my head that I put onto paper as signs. That I have allowed you to judge, or I've done my best to allow you to judge them for yourself. I then gave you my judgment. And then there's the love poems. Love is beyond me, guys. I knew when I wrote the interactants of my method mirror the trinity of H2O's complexity. Pathos flows from terrain on high. I'm being aware of the beauty of low status. I knew I was talking about love. I just knew it. It wasn't that I couldn't have figured that out on a lower maturity level. But it would have been very, very hard for me. And it would have taken me a very long time. When I wrote what I just said to you, it took me about 30 minutes. The we are something which is no thing approaching everywhere which is nowhere, that popped into my head after an hour. I is being, as soon as these things, I know these things already. I don't know them. I'm aware of them. I don't know them. I know them now. I did not know them when I made them. I was just aware of them. Y'all are aware of these things too. We've been talking about love forever. We've been talking about things being censored forever. We've been talking about metaphysics forever. We've been talking about Jesus Christ forever. We've been talking about ethos forever. We are all aware of these things. And some of us even know these things. But for some reason that I do not understand, I can do this. I can make laws. So I'm going to post this on my new on my new playlist. I hope you enjoy the playlist. Please watch them in order. I'm going to check the time. My mother allowed me to make 2 30-minute videos. So, I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do from the video that comes after this one. But I'm surprised I haven't done it yet. So I have 3 other things to talk about. Ma, can I talk about 3 things for a minute?
What 3 things, honey?
Judgments on the signs, creating laws for each symbol, and pathogen. Just real quick. Just I have so much time left. Okay, so pathogen. We know what pathos means. I've talked about it a million times, if you're watching them in order. I say that all the time, but the order's going to be different, and forgive me for thinking you know things that you don't.
Redefine pathos. It's not really clear to me even still. Even though I hear you say it all the time, not really clear with what you mean by that.
I mean the energy.
Pathos is the energy?
Pathos is the energy that you've always been talking about.
Oh.
You've always been like, I think there's this energy force field. That's pathos.
Okay.
And she's a homeopathic nurse.
No, I'm just a nurse.
Okay. So, judgments on each sign. If I'm your teacher, I have to judge these things. I don't want to. I do want to. I like judging things. I like sharing what I know. I like sharing my opinion. I really do. But they're not what you're going to conclude. So I don't want you to think that me judging things is the end-all be-all. It's not. It's not even close. I can't move forward without your judgments. I can't move forward without your judgments. I can't move forward without you guys really being here. Without there being enough. If I move forward too fast, I can't move forward too fast, guys. I need you all to come with me. I'm not saying the children all need to be Fexers. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying a significant portion of the world needs to become Fexers. Can't leave anyone behind. So, the last thing that I'm going to talk about before I make the next video is I got to create laws for each sign I have. I have approximately 17, anywhere between 14 and 17 laws that I have to make. As you can see, I have made at least 3. I have 3 laws. These 3 laws, I did it. I did it. These are laws that you can project onto, and you have my judgment too, as a more mature being. And you just saw my lesson plan for tomorrow, for the next video. That's okay. Pull the symbols out of people. I'm going to go over a quick story and then I'm going to end this video. When I was making Trump's Toolbox Agency and I was working with Jamie, I couldn't put the signs down because I didn't know how to write. I wasn't at this level of awareness yet. So I didn't know that I could make laws. I didn't know that I could make an ism. I just wasn't at the level of awareness to realize that was even a possibility. No, I didn't have the knowledge. I didn't have the knowledge. I was aware of it. Y'all are aware of it. I keep looking in the mirror. Y'all are aware of how to make laws. You do it every day. But I got the knowledge to do it. And I got awareness of the logos back. The Order of the Phoenix, the Illuminati, they invoked a mirror in me. So I was unaware of the logos. So I could not do it easily. I can do it easily now, though. They're good people. I don't know who they are, but they're good people and they're trying to help. They helped me a lot. My life is amazing thanks to them. Oh, so back to Trump's Toolbox Agency with Jamie. I couldn't explain them. I couldn't put the symbols down because if I put the signs down, if the symbols were just emerging in my head when I was trying to design Trump's Toolbox Agency, trying to teach people how to develop organisms, I was like, I don't know how to do it. So all these signs, these symbols kept emerging in my head, and I wouldn't put them down as signs. I would just stop myself. I wouldn't allow myself to do it because Jamie couldn't read it. If Jamie couldn't understand it, If Jamie couldn't understand it, who I've been explaining all this shit to for years, then no one would understand it. If Jamie couldn't understand it, no one could understand it. So I blocked myself from doing it. I almost created an Obscurial, but I didn't. It only lasted for 3 days, and then and then I had my vision, and I was like, oh well, there goes that. I'll see y'all soon.